Hello everyone, this is a quick introduction on Docu-Gen. Docu-Gen is a web application I put together that is designed to allow you to make PDF documents and apply CSS styling to them. So let's look at new document first. If we open that up, then we'll see we have our tree map on the left and we have our document on the right. Let's go ahead and add a row, and inside of that row, let's add 3 text elements. 1, 2, 3. And inside of those text elements, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you'll see that we have our text elements over here. Let's go ahead and see what happens if we add a page. So if we went ahead and click on Add Page inside of our master document, you can see that we have different sizes here, and we can further refine those sizes by selecting our drop-down menu like this, and then we click on Confirm, and we get a new page down here. Let's say that we wanted to only look at page 2, then we would click on Document here and switch it to Page, and now we're only viewing page 2. And we're also, of course, only seeing page 2 over here. So let's switch back to page 1. And now we're only looking at page 1. And of course, we can see our full document by going back to the document view here. So let's keep it on the page view here. And let's play with our styling now. So in styles on row, we're going to click on this. And we can see currently applied styles here. And you'll see that the only style applied that we have is called row, which just gives it a flex direction of row. If we wanted to reverse that, then we could click on this right here, and we would have a row reverse, which is now showing right here. And we can reverse that or remove that styling by clicking on this, and that will bring us back to our first normal flex direction row right here. Okay, if we want to create our own flex row styling here, we can, just by clicking on Create New Style, and we're going to call this one Flex Row. We'll hit Enter. And let's apply a size to this one. Before we do this, this is a good time to look at our default measurement unit. Right now it's set to point, so anytime we open something, if point is a valid option, it will default to point. And if we wanted to, we could then change it just by clicking the drop down here. And let's see what happens if we change this to inch, close these, and open them. And you can see that they default to inch now, since that is an available measurement unit for them. Just wanted to show that as a quick time-saving option for you if you wanted to make a document and you found yourself always using inches or always using centimeters and so on. Another thing that is a time-saving option here is the link button. So if you have something that you're applying to more than one style, like width and height, for example, you can click this link, and if it's active, anything that you do to one of these will apply to the other, and you can unlink them just as easily like this. So for now, the only thing I want to do is apply a maximum viewport width by clicking max here, and that will give us the full width right here. And we can easily see that by applying a color here by clicking on color. And we can choose a color here on the left, which will give us more options on the right. And let's just choose one of those and click on background. And now our background is this stone 500 color. Let's click on stone 50, click on text, and you'll see that it also applies to our text. We can also do the same to our borders here by clicking on any one of these colors, and we can click on the center to apply it to all. And we're not seeing that here because we don't have any width on our borders, so let's apply that. We'll use that link that we talked about earlier, and let's just apply a bit of width here to all of these borders. Going back to color, we can also apply separate colors to the borders here like this if you wanted to do that for any reason. And let's go over to our flex row style here, clicking on flex. Let's play around with this now. We can center it, we can put it at the end, we can use space between, space around, space even, and so on. And we can also use align items, but let's make sure that we have a little bit of height first. Actually, I suppose this is using the full page height here, so this will still work. We have a centered align items here, followed by flex end. So that works just fine, and gap works as well. So let's take a look at that. So all of your normal CSS options are here. We're rounding up on 5 minutes here, and I said I would keep it around 5 minutes. So let's just look at one more thing here before we end. And that's, as you can see here, we have our row 1, which has that new flex row that we applied, and you can see all of those styles that have been applied to this flex row. And let's say, for example, that you had another row later on that you wanted to have all those same styles. You could say it's right here, for example. You can just go over here, click on Add Styles, and now it's inside of your available styles and can then be applied. Okay, so that's kind of how this program works. One last thing that's somewhat important is you can also move your things around like this. And so, for example, if you wanted to play with formatting, then this works just fine. We're moving this 7, 8, 9 over here, and now we can move it back to the end where it started. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.